Good morning and good evening, everyone. Let us start the sessions. Okay, so we'll start our React.js series from today's onwards. So let me explain about what is our target to be reached. Okay, so hope everybody came certain purpose here to either they want to switch from the either .NET or Java to the as a full stack developer, or also you want to be get into the job, you want to be get from the your testing field to the development field, or else you want to go with some experience. Okay, so here we are going to discuss 2 months of dedicated time to achieve our goal. Okay, so it's not like a just explaining the sessions and going off. Okay, so here I will take my responsibility 100% to explain the concept, and that to real-time oriented scenarios. We'll take a scenario, we'll explain in the 2 to 3 different variations. Okay, so with one real-time project. So our course duration is the 2 months, but it will take plus or minus 1 or 2 weeks. Okay, so daily we're going to have the session at 8:30 a.m. IST. So for the USA people, please check funny and others. Okay, next daily you are going to get 5 interview questions. So if you want to change the company, so these questions are enough, and daily 2 to 3 practical labs will be there. Okay, so these labs will be boost you to be get into the work environment happy. Next I'm going to be explain the one real-time fee real-time project. Okay, plus project. So sir, which project you are going to be explain? So here I'm having the 10 plus members. Okay, so out of these 10 plus members, 9 members are already working. 9 to 8 members are working. Okay, so hope my voice is clear, right? You are not getting any noise from my side, right? Other than my noise. Okay, good. Okay, so here 9 plus members are working, right? It will take, if you are able to suggest, sir, can you go for the healthcare management system, or else retail, or else so and so domain, financial domain, number of domains are there. Insurance domain, we'll pick one domain. So we'll create a screens from the markup level. Will complete from my side 50% project. I will give you to be complete 50% project. So next, here we're having experience as well as a few freshers are there. Okay, so after 1 month the course is completed, add your resume. Okay, directly after 1 month you definitely will get a job. So that level of confidence I will give. Okay, so with my previous 11 batches on the React and the 12 batches on the Angular, and few batches are there in the .NET and Python also. So who is added at the middle of the course, most of 90% they got the job. Okay, either if you want to shift, but subject is not up to completed, don't worry. So whatever the questions which are different from us to be explained, get it to me, I will explain. Okay, so mostly we're having the 70 or 100 questions shared by the students, what they faced in the different interviews. Next, what are the things we are going to be explained? This is our clear roadmap. So daily, please practice 1 hour is the minimum. Max is up to you. Different take a different scenario. For example, sir, I want to prepare a scenario. Which scenario I need to be prepared? Don't worry. For example, open a Google. Okay, just to type something. Timesheet. Okay, type something. Timesheet. Go to the images. Take a one screenshot. Okay, take a screenshot. So try to be implement. This is the kind of thing. For example, some registration page. Do it. Okay, try to be build such a page. Even we are going to be explain all these different pages, so don't worry. For example, something timing calculator, for example, something Amazon like website. Okay, so try to build different websites. So here I will help you to be get into that. So our major focus is on the logics. Okay, here we are going to be learn design plus logics. Monday to Friday we are fully focused on the logics. So next Saturday session we'll fully focus on the design part. Okay, so design means HTML, CSS, Bootstrap will be covered. Logics means okay, coding. I mean to say coding. As a part of the coding, JavaScript, ReactJS, Redux, and other third-party libraries. Okay, are you clear? So and other third-party libraries we are going to be explained. Okay, so if you are new to the React, from the, for example, you are fully strong at Java, .NET, PHP, and Python, but you are fully new to the front end also, don't worry. Okay, here I will take care everything. Even if you are new to the thing, new to this React.js also, don't worry. Okay, so anytime you are feeling and having a doubt, please raise it. or else end of the session, please be wait. Okay, so Naresh, Venkatesh, for you people, if you want to visit physically, also come to the institute after the session. So basically here I'm having the working members, right? So this session will have the online. So there we'll meet physically, or else you can able to call me or WhatsApp me. So anytime in the day, team, if you need to be, if you need to want me to connect, I will be connect. Okay, so we'll have the fully dedicated 2 months to get this job. For example, you are having the 10 lakhs, I will make definitely 100% high. This already executed. So once you check in the Naukri also, okay, to have the good openings over the React.js. That too, if you see any technology, .NET, we're having the alternative Java, PHP, Python, but there is no alternative for the JavaScript. But who develop this web applications? So some other should be there. If you say .NET from the Microsoft, okay, Java from the Sun Microsystems, so and so from the so and so. But coming to the web technologies, so did you notice any company? No. Okay, so where this was started? So our web technologies are simply started in a nuclear research center, in the European country. Okay, for example, something was happening at the time only we are realizing and getting to the something. Am I correct or no? So nowadays the web technologies are like you are going to be simply sit in a home and perform any operation. You can able to pay the money, order anything. But it was started in the European nuclear research center. Okay, our web applications are started there. Okay, sir. Sir, nuclear research center, they are going to be work on the top of the elements like, for example, hydrogen, oxygen, helium, so on, so right. Why they required? Okay, so the reason behind our web applications are to transfer the data. Now also what we are doing, simply transferring the data. On the top of transforming the data from one place to another place, we need to be take care and we need to be write a certain logics. Okay, so at that time they are having the in the 1980 they're having a computer evaluation started. So they are going to do the research on a top of hydrogen, oxygen elements. That's what, if you observe in the HTML contains, if this is Google is my HTML page, what HTML contains? Yes, please, everyone. What HTML contains? Elements, tags and attribute. Am I correct?
Tags.
So if you observe the word called element and go to the just your intermediate and observe it, the elements are from your periodic table. That's it, straightforward. Yes, because our HTML was invented in the Nuclear Research Center, the first floor. So the World Wide Web also formed in the Nuclear Research Center. Okay, but these are the somewhat basic that is not useful for our career, but it is the topic we should be knowing. Okay, so this is the first. They started like this. So just an idea of a scientist in the Nuclear Research Center, see the world how it is. An idea changing the world or not. So nowadays we are using these web applications anyway. Without web applications, we are not going to be survive. Am I correct or no? So we're having the phones, so on, so on, so. So these applications are started there. In the 1991, they come outside of the world with HTML. These HTML is the data carrier. That's it. For example, you want to design a website. I need to be purchase something from the Amazon. What you are going to be see next? Something logics are going behind it. The user which you are going to be see was designed by using the HTML and CSS, Bootstrap. Okay. Next, the logic part will be done by the JavaScript. Once be perfect on this JavaScript, so entire your life, for example, you are having the 90-100 years also, you are going to be survive only JavaScript. So compared to the 3-4 years back and compared to the now, just observe, just if you're having the React.js, you are going to get a good package compared to the others. If you have the Angular, you are going to get a good package. Okay, because Microsoft having the different projects, I will explain in the upcoming sessions. So there they are having the only APIs are going to be exposed. Okay, that project is still going on, maybe 1-2 years you are going to be good. Already few people know Cosmetic DB, for example, instead of the Oracle. So what we are doing, for example, Naresh wants to add is Naresh wants to, he has some hotel or so and so. He need a web application. What will do? He will connected persons like me or like you. Okay. So he will request for a, I need an application to develop my hotel management system where I need to be track orders ingoing, outgoing, everything. Okay. So after 2 to 3 years, Naresh came to the situation. At that time, we are not going to be say Naresh .NET, Java, Python, nothing. Only front end technology he will choose as a client. So back end will be Azure Web Services, AWS Web Service. Or else, if you want to maintain the here, I'm having the SharePoint person also. If you want to maintain the documents also, we're going to use the SharePoint. For example, you want to deal with the accounting system. Documents are enough. Am I correct, Narendra? So documents are enough. At that situation, can I
Yes.
able to get the documents, store it,
Yes.
save
Yes.
it, and open it simply at the front end? We are going to be design a React pages. Okay, sir, you are having the JavaScript. Why so React? React is the alternative for the our JavaScript. No, ReactJS is not a alternative. So the father of scripting language is the JavaScript. But saying the father means it's not a statement, but it is the base. Okay, our ReactJS is a, so please take the notes parallelly, a library developed on the top of JavaScript. A library, that's it. Okay. So every day you are going to be do perform some works, right? For example, you are going to be do some works. Okay. For example, you want to wake up, what you will do? You will add an alarm and so on. So the process, the predefined process is automated. Nowadays, the predefined process is going to be automated. Okay. Using the JavaScript, whatever the inbuilt logic. For example, I want to design a registration page. I want to design some system like this. These are the predefined or no? Registration pages are the predefined. Validations are the predefined. Okay. So the for the predefined things, React.js library provide the code. Okay. For example, for these predefined in the sense, I want to perform a validations. I want to save the data. I want to get the data, bind the data, because web application will be work transforming the data. That's it. Okay. So these are the minimized and optimized. They come up with some methods. I will show you. Just I'm giving a why we are using the React.js. React.js is nothing but a library which contains the predefined logics of the JavaScript. That's it. Nothing else. Say small library, but a beautiful library. Okay. So why I need to be use the React.js? What are the features? Okay. Why I need to be use the React.js? What are the features? Why nowadays, if you observe outside of industry, everybody saying about the React. Okay. First, the thing is React is a developer point of view, a person point of view, easy to learn. Compared to the JavaScript, if you are fully focused on 1 2 months or 3 months, it is enough. Developer point of view. I'm saying about the developer point of view, data binding. Okay, easy to learn and develop. Please take that point. Developer point of view, data binding is the little tricky. Here you are going to have the data binding. Rich library support. Okay, so React.js nowadays, you are having the whatever the library you can able to support any library. Okay, for example, you are having one requirement. If I able to support in a one place only, so another person is going to be support you to be in the multiple places. So who will be choose which product? Whoever is going to be support in the multiple places, definitely people will be take that one. Okay, rich library support, any type of the library it will be support. Can I add the Bootstrap? Yes. React Bootstrap? Yes. Can I use the so and so? Can I use the forms? Yes. So these are the developer point. Client point of view, client point of view, easy to embedded. What is mean by easy to embedded? Okay. For example, Revant already having an application. He is the client. He has that so and so. For example, Amazon application. Now he wants to add the grocery system. Okay. Earlier, this Amazon was built in the so and so different technology. Can I build a grocery system using the ReactJS? Definitely. I can able to easily embed that one. Yes, will show you. I will show you. Okay. Last week I said no. I will show you. Will show. Next, I can able to easily extend this library. Okay. For example, I'm having the one library within me. Okay, I'm having a few requirements. Can I extend? Definitely I can able to extend. In the last week I shown you. Even these things again will become. Okay. So next, unit testing. It is not a testers to be tester. Okay, it is called unit testing. So you are going to write a 5 lines of code. Can I test? Yes, using the React.js, easy to test that one. Okay, so easily embedded, easily extended. Okay, I can able to set a support different library supports. If you observe, if you type the features of React.js in the Google, you may get the different. Okay, but developer point of view, client point of view, what they are expecting and what they are seeing here with my experience, or maybe we're having the so and so requirements with the client side. At that time they will be tell. Okay, so we notice these are the features from the React. Please use. If you are using the Angular, you can't able to extend the Angular. For example, try the Angular is the framework, you can't extend. So extensibility is the major framework. Nowadays, Python is rocking the world, and Python means it is using the different platform like artificial intelligence, machine learning, so on so. Correct or no? Because Python is the extendable framework, and it is also be embedded easily. Embedded system they are using. Okay, micro system they are using, machine learning, number of places. So the framework or the library which can be embedded and extendable. Okay, for example, you know the React, tomorrow they may give the so and so Python or .NET. You are in the situation to adapt any technology, then they will prefer you. That is correct or no? In the software company, they will check, are you in the state to, are you in the state to adapt any type of the features, means they definitely will become and give. Okay, so these are the simple features. Next, what is the architecture of web application? So we are going to be develop a web application. We are clear. What we are going to be learn, we are clear. So everything is clear. Okay. So in this web application, what is the architecture? So we are going to be follow 3-tier architecture. What is mean by this 3-tier architecture? As a React developer, what is my responsibility is I will explain here. Okay. The 3-tier architecture in the sense. So let me explain. Okay. So this is called your UI, user interface. Okay. Next, same like user interface, you are going to have a middleware. So this is my middleware. So nowadays, once you are going with React.js, right? No need to worry about the middlewares. Middleware. So how your application is going to be flow? Because once we are coming in the real-time application, so this layer also we need to be create. Yes, we are going to be create this layer. Okay. This is my database. Sir, I don't know middleware and database. Can I still create? Yes. Here I will help you how to create a dummy APIs, how to connect. We are going to store the data, get the data. Okay. So UI will be called middleware. Middleware will be called database. Okay. So from this database, we are going to get the response back. This response will be sent to the middleware. So this response will be given to the user interface, that is called UI. So here in the UI, you are going to have web technologies. So also these are the called client side technologies. Okay, what is meant by client side? I will tell. So what are the web technologies? Can you please list out?
Angular, React, Vue.js,
So perfectly, these are not web technologies. Yes,
HTML,
HTML.
CSS, JavaScript.
Yes, the web technologies are HTML, CSS, JavaScript. These three are. Sir, what is my React.js? So here, who developed this HTML, CSS, JavaScript is developed by World Wide Web. World Wide Web. Okay, Tim Berners-Lee develop, Hoyanklai develop CSS, Brendan H. So those are the names are not important. But who developed this World Wide Web? He the World Wide Web is saying about on the top of web technologies. If you want to add a library or the frameworks, you can do. So what is the restriction here? Do you know? For example, if is there is no restriction on the top of these things now. So the way you are seeing about this Amazon website will be different. Currently, I'm in the Chrome now. Definitely different in the Microsoft Edge, because Microsoft will be follow instead of the JavaScript some definitely other framework. Okay, so if you go to the China also, Chinese definitely they are using the alternative technologies for the HTML, CSS, JavaScript. No alternative. Okay, there is no alternative. Okay, there is no alternative. These are the technique because it's a rule. Because it's a rule. Okay, so either you can able to add your library or the frameworks. If you take a Bootstrap, Bootstrap is a what is a Bootstrap? Bootstrap is the framework developed on the top of CSS. By which company? Twitter. By which company? Twitter. So Bootstrap is the framework developed on the top of the CSS by the Twitter. Sir, why so? So we are going to be see about the CSS. Okay, instead of you writing the 1020 CSS, there come up with. Next, our React.js is a library developed by who developed this React.js?
Facebook.
Facebook. To develop which application? Messenger. Next, you know the WordPress.com, right? WordPress website. Even if you know the WordPress also openings are there, but very few. So package also very low. Okay. So our library developed by the Facebook. So each company, for example, currently you are working on different companies, right? 10 members, 10 plus members. So in your company also, just go and observe your website, your deployments. Definitely free frameworks will be there. Okay, definitely frameworks will be there. Okay, so each company will create their own framework to solve their business needs. Okay, for example, you are having the need, I'm having the need of a 3 bedroom or a 3 BHK or 2 BHK, 1 BHK based on my requirement. I'm going to be developed. For example, now IKEA is in the market. So what will be the future? What I'm thinking, right? So in the future, they're going to be construct only the slab. If you order in the IKEA, they will become and fit a rooms for you with a 10 years warranty. That too, maybe 30 to 40% of what the actual cost. Am I correct or no? Okay, anybody visited the IKEA? So that can be the trend, maybe upcoming. As of now, people are shifting that one. Okay, so because of the different reasons, the cost reason, bricks reason, sand reason, number of reasons, the cement reasons. Yes, so that can be the feature. Okay, so there small houses they will be built, so they will give to you. Okay, so like this, each company develop their own frameworks underline. Okay, so once the React is coming to the market, for example, you are working on the so and so Infosys company. If you observe, you are having the frameworks. Okay, so max frameworks and libraries having the same type of the business. Okay, so if you are using the React is just the free version. Same business, what you are having the libraries is solved. React will be having the same features, but under with without issues. Okay, for example, once we develop a library, definitely issues will be there. But React people are come up with a framework. React people are come up with a library. So this library, they will take care about the issues. So we don't need to worry. We will be happy. That to React.js 16.8 version onwards we are using. It is at the end of 2019, starting of 2020 it is. So now we are using the which version? 16.8 plus version. Nowadays it is 18.2. Okay. Hope you clear, right? What are the web technologies? Okay. On the top of you want to develop your framework or library, yes, definitely you can able to develop. Then once you develop, people will be not approved. You need to go for the licenses. So across the world, which is the topest open source library? MIT, Apache. So number of things are there. Mostly we are using the MIT licenses. Okay. So initially our ReactJS on the Apache licenses. Now they are moving to the MIT licenses. The different reasons will be there. But whatever the licenses, we can able to use free. Okay. So are you clear, right? Our web technologies are only HTML, CSS, and Bootstrap. Next, coming to the middleware, what are those? Java, .NET, so on so. Okay. So here you may have the question: can I directly call my database from the UI? Means yes, we can do, but we can't able to estimate the security. Okay. For example, a person able to reach directly PM means we can't able to estimate the security. Am I correct or no? Okay. So next to business logics, number of things are there. Security point of view, logical point of view. Okay. So security is the main point of view. We can able to easily theft the information. Okay. So now also, for example, anybody notice Indigo flight hacking? The news? A software developer, anybody? Hacking also very easy. It will be start from the web technologies. No one? Indigo flight hacking, anybody? So one software guy travel in the Indigo flight. Hey, no one not here, na? So this is he's the software guy. So he traveling from so and so to so and so. He lost his luggage. So he inquired that airlines, they are not in the responses. Okay, you are not responded, na? Yes, chalo. So your operations are going through the web application, internet. I am the software developer. He having the idea of the how to hack. He immediately hacked that one. So see here. So he explained, after all the failed attempts, my developer instead kicked in and I pressed the F12 button on my computer keyboard and opened the developer console on the Indigo website. Mr. Kumar said, definitely. So can I visit and can I see about this code? Definitely. Hope working numbers now. Non-working, just to see it. So he explained very well what the way he hacked also. Okay. For example, if I want to change so and so item value also I can able to change. So what is this developer tools we are going to be see. Next, we are going to be see what type of the responses coming from the API. For example, failure, how to log, success, how to log, what is the console. Next, networking is the important. Once if I refresh the system, so the API calls will be go here. The hackers will be start to hack from here. See here. This is my URL. What is the response from this one? I can able to see the response. See, this is the what the response. API calls will be there. So these type of the API calls also we are going to be there. Okay. So just few members are new for this session. That's what I'm giving. Okay. So 3 sessions we have completed in the last week. Even today is the starting session. I'm explaining. Okay. So we are going to be learn how to perform this. Next, our database is the Oracle, MS SQL, MySQL, nowadays NoDB. Okay. So these are the 3-tier architecture. Are you clear? Okay. This is a 3-tier architecture. Please take the notes parallelly. If you are feeling I am faster, let me notice. I will be slow down. Okay. So if you want me to go fast, I will go middle to cover everyone. Sir, I hope everybody is clear, right? What is the web technology, sir? What is the role and responsibility of the web technology? Okay. So by using this architecture, we are going to be develop a one project. Definitely, I will take from you, or else if you want me to take, I will take one real-time project. Okay. So here I'm having the persons who are working now. I will take in from them. Okay. So here, So the real-time peoples will be there who is working. I will be always take care. So security, authentication, all these are the things we are going to be learn extra things. Okay. So our React.js we are clear, sir. We are React.js using this web technologies. What about the React.js? What is the architecture of the React.js? If I want to understand the React.js, what is the visualization? Okay. So in the Kaidi number 150 movie, just I don't know how many seen that one. So we are going to visualize the blueprint. Correct. If you want to construct a home also, you need some blueprint. Am I correct or no? So here our React.js at the front end web technology. So how this will be work? What is the role? What is the process? Okay. So how this architecture will be applicable? For example, once my Amazon is hitted, so this will be pointed to a specific domain across the world. Can I take the Amazon same name another? No, not possible. Flipkart, no. Okay, so and so website, no. Once it got restarted from the World Wide Web, you can't able to use that same domain. Okay, it will hit the domain. Once a user is requested, it will hit the domain. From that domain, your UI technologies will be there. Okay, so this UI will be called. So in the part of the UI, however React.js will be executed, the flow I will explain. So from this UI, it will be called middleware to database, and the response will be come back to the user. Okay. So three-tier architecture, this is one of the important questions. So how the three-tier? You can able to explain this is the what, but my responsibility as a React.js developer. For example, your responsible Java.NET Python, you can able to. Okay, SharePoint, you can able to add here. So how you need to work with what is the architecture? Okay, so take this point. For example, if I want to use any library, any framework, it should be follow so-and-so architecture pattern, right? If I want to construct a home also, I need to be have so-and-so designer. Am I correct or no? I want to design like this or no? So I need to be have the ground. I need to be add so-and-so pillars, so-and-so pillars. Yes or no? If I want to use the React.js also, can I use directly? Yes, you can able to use directly. What is the design principles behind the React.js? Okay. Take a heading designer principle. You can able to say design pattern. Whatever you want, you can able to say. React.js follows separation of concerns. So separation of concern, design pattern, architectural design pattern they are using. Separation of concern, architectural design pattern. So we are having the MVC. Angular follows the model view controller design pattern, architectural design pattern. Sir, what is the separation of concern? I was confused. Yes, I will explain. You don't worry. Please take the definition. So SOC means now I'll explain. Each feature in the application created as a component. That's it. Each component is a SOC. Follows a SOC. So maybe now you got it. Component feature. Okay. For example, this is my application. Yes or no? This is my application. I want to create a mobiles tab. One requirement or no? I want to create a customer service. One requirement or no? I want to create a books. One requirement. So tomorrow you are going to be work in the environment. For example, so Narendra is going to be create a registration page. Okay. Funny is going to be create a show the list of the registered users. Okay. Bharat is going to be create a login logout page. So here we are going to be say about a feature. A feature is called a separation of concerns. Okay. So somebody asking about this ReactJS. So what is a ReactJS? Yes, you can able to explain. ReactJS is the library, so on. So it follows the separation of concerns. If they ask the question also or not add it, this will be become advantage. Then they will become up. So most of the members don't know separation of concerns. Now explain. So in the separation of concern, I'm going to create a component and a feature. So I worked on the so and so feature. So instead of the feature, I worked on the so and so concern. They say like this. I worked on the so and so concern. Then they will ask what type of concern. I work on the so and so grid concern. Okay. So here the concern is a component. As per the feature, we are going to be give a some application to be developed. Okay. For example, if you are taking healthcare domain, so if I want to say concern means you are going to be create a clinician logic for the registration. That is the one concern and component. Clear? So are you clear? Everybody, this is the important statement. Are you clear?
No, not clear.
Anyone?
No, I'm not clear.
Yes, yes, got it. I'm asking about others also. Everybody is clear or still having the question? Yes, Narendra, Naresh, Bharat, Prashanti, Praveen.
Chaitanya, tell me one more time.
Yes, yes. So in your company, you are going to use the ReactJS, correct? So in the ReactJS, your responsibility, for example, this is my application. What I will do? I will give, please create a mobile. So you are going to be create this, right? Mobile page, mobiles page. Am I correct? So if you are going to create this page is called one feature. Are you clear? This is nothing but a feature of my application or no? One feature. Are you clear the statement? So this feature is technically called as a one concern. Concern means React.js follows the separation of concern principle. It means each feature is created by the one component, but you may have the doubts what is the component. But are you clear? My statement is so each feature is one concern. So each feature was developed by the two developers. Now clear? So
Yes.
you are going to be working the one real-time project. Today they are going to give a please develop a registration page. So that registration is nothing but a application or is a feature in the application. Can you please tell me?
A feature in the
A feature
application.
in the application, definitely. If you are developing a feature in the application is nothing but that is called a concern. Concern. Okay. So our React.js is following the separation of concern. For example, I'm having the 10 features. Login feature, logout feature, next registration feature. Okay. Next customer grid. 5 features I'm saying. Na? You are developing the 5 developers, so 5 features. Can I work independently? Yes, definitely. Okay, if you are developing a 5 features, these called 5 concerns. Clear, funny?
Yes.
Okay, Narendra, Naresh, any question?
Yes, Chaitanya.
Shanmukh.
Clear, Chaitanya.
Okay, hope everybody is clear, right? Okay, so in this reactor, see the architecture. Now you are thinking about how to develop. For example, if I ask develop a registration page, so how this registration page will be done? Okay, but 1-2 sessions, let me explain the theoretical, but our sessions mostly practical. Okay, so now you are clearing about what is the React.js, how the React.js it will work, a small application flow. Okay, so next I need the setup or no? So Prashant, any questions?
No, sir.
Clear? So let me know. So anyone having a small question also is silly, if you're feeling that question is silly also, please ask me. I'm ready to answer. Can I go ahead, right?
Yes,
Deva,
Chaitanya.
Venkataraman? Okay, fine. So let me go to the setup. So if I want to use the React.js, first what is the requirements? So there is a 3 requirements. First, install Node.js. Okay. So everyone, please hope most of the members know. So 1-2 members, if you don't know, so please text me. I will send you the, I'm having one separate 5 minutes video about this Node.js in my channel. You can able to find. Click on here. It will download a MSI file. Open this file. Click on next, next, next. That's it. Okay. It will install the Node.js in our application, in our system. So as of now, we're not discussed about this Node.js. Suddenly it is came means yes. I will explain. So what is the purpose of Node.js?
It's a runtime environment to run the ReactJS.
So perfect.
It is
So
used for
our Node.js is
building
nothing but
React.
a. So already explained here. Our web technology are HTML, CSS, and JavaScript. So nothing but your browser will understand. This is your browser, right? This will be understand HTML, CSS, JavaScript. It cannot understand your. It cannot understand your
React.js.
ReactJS. So it is not able to understand the ReactJS. So what I need to do? So I need to be converted to this ReactJS coding to our browser understandable HTML, CSS, JavaScript. Yes or no? So take that point. Browser understand HTML. For example, you're expecting advanced concept also. Let me go 1 or 2 days, 1 week to be explain the base to mid and then advanced. I will show you the 2 advanced concepts also, but I need to be cover everyone. That too, if you know the basic also, let me make to you to be perfect. Okay, so our browser understand HTML, CSS, JavaScript, and not React.js. Okay, so Node.js is a framework used to convert React.js code to browser React.js code to browser understandable HTML, CSS, JavaScript only. Hope everybody is clear, right? Why Node.js? Okay, so here you are having the Node.js. It will be download. Please open. Press next. It will take hardly 5 minutes for the installation. So my installation is success. Next, what I need to do? Create a React.js project. If you want to create a React.js project, what you need to do? Okay, here Node.js providing the commands to create a React.js project. What is that command? npx create -react -app. Sir, if I want to create, where I can able to create? So installation is very easy. You can able to download, open this one, press next. The installation will be completed. Preparing the installation, something else going on. Okay, just press next. But what about my project? Team, take the D folder or E folder other than the C and the desktop. Okay, so create one dedicated folder. So here I'm created like, so 10, 11, 12. Okay, for example, you are using HDD, better to go for the SSD. The system will be fast. So this is my folder. I created a one folder. Okay, so go to the address bar of the folder, type CMD. Go to the address bar of folder, type CMD. Go to address bar of the folder, type CMD. So anybody, if you are in the situation to not get any point, rise immediately. Sir, can you please repeat? Okay, because or else you can able to wait end of the session. So my intention, you are dedicating your time in your life for the specific purpose. So definitely from my side, I will help you to be get into the U-turn. So definitely. So here I will place a role. You also have a 100% effort to get the success. Go for your life career in a good shape as a full stack developer, as like a React developer, or get into the job, or change to the job, definitely. Okay, please raise it. So my sessions always one-to-one. So for example, you are thinking 10 members plus members are there, don't worry. If you have the doubt, just raise it, I will answer. Clear the statement? Okay. So it is going left side. Okay, something was installation is one. So what I need to do? So next one more thing. Okay, but don't be use this spaces. Okay, this is not a correct way. Please don't use the any spaces. Okay, so what I have said, go to the address bar, type cmd. So what is the command? Please be pronounce it. npx
create React tab.
one please. npx space
Create React
create
tab.
hyphen or
Hyphen.
underscore
Hyphen.
react hyphen app your
Yeah.
application name. So demo sample, let me give ex1. So don't be give the ex1 or practice lab 1. So on, so please be creative. Okay, example 1. So it will take a 3 to 4 minutes or 5 minutes. It will be create a nice ReactJS application for you. So yes, something was happening. So what is this something means? Let me explain now. Here, what is npx? Is a node.js command. npx means node package extension or extendability extension command. So nothing but this command used to used to create ReactJS application. So this is the what you created ReactJS application. See here. Once you are deploying this ReactJS application, for example, you know the GoDaddy, you know the Azure, you know the so and so, right? Okay, so basically as a developer, you are not going to perform the deployments, but if you want to deploy, so how ReactJS is going to be deploy, what is the pre-process to deploy, I will explain. Okay, because in the runtime, if I develop our messenger, if you open the messenger, okay, if you open the messenger, so and inspect the page, you are not going to be see the ReactJS. If I have the, for example, you are developing the mobiles. Okay, so for example, Prashanti developed the feature called mobiles. Okay, once it is deployed into the real-time world environment, you can't able to see ReactJS. Why so? You are using the node package, node.js framework, it will be compile and convert. Okay, the how this converted files means I will show. Okay, you are developing the 200 components, 200 features also, there are 4 to 5 files only there. These 4 to 5 files we are going to be deploying the environment. So what is the deployment environment? What is the pre-process? What is the command means? We'll see. Okay, it will take 1 or 2 minutes more. So anybody having any confusion still? Anil, Bulli Babu, Revant, Venkatramana, Narendra, Yamal Rao.
Sir,
Yeah, Prashanti.
in real time also we used to create the project using the CMD same like how we
Same like this. Yes, funny. Funny, you're working React, no? Yes or no? So same in the real. Funny, we can't able to hear you. Okay. So same like this. Okay. But for example, Prashanti, you went the company, you joined in a company project, or else you moved from the project. But every day we are not going to be created this way. Okay. For example, If I create Amazon solution only one time, a project setup is only one time setup.
One time.
Only one time setup. For example, you are going to work in the registration page. Can I start from the scratch? Means no. So a project is already there. So this is called example on the project is created. Okay. As for the feature, you are not going to be created. As for the application, you are going to be created. For example, you are having the IRCTC. You want to implement the food order system in the IRCTC as a one ReactJS application. For that specific feature, can I do? Definitely. Okay. Already a grocery system is there. Can I develop a specific means? Yes, we can able to develop. So here there is a two uses with ReactJS. Either you can able to create entire project in the ReactJS. Yes. Or else can I create a ReactJS as a separate project and can I embed it? Definitely. Clear the statement? Are you clear,
Yes.
Prashanti?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good. So here I'm having the example one. Okay, so this is my ReactJS. So what is the folder structure? I will explain in the next session. So let me explain how to run it. Run command. What is the running command? If I want to run the ReactJS,
npm start.
npm start. So how to run this one? So this is my ReactJS application, right? So here, go open the example one. Go to the address bar, again type command cmd. It will open a command prompt. Here you can able to use npm start. What you need to use? npm start. Just press enter. Type npm start, press enter. So what this node package manager command will do now? So some time back somebody said, so if I ask what is the Node.js? Node.js is the runtime environment. It will be convert your HTML, CSS, JavaScript from ReactJS code. Okay. So if I created application, this is the ReactJS code. Once I run this command, it will be converted. See, my application is loading. Okay. So if I want to run, how it will be? Take the steps. Okay. Take the steps. Go to folder, your application folder, open a application folder, go to address bar, type command, address bar, type command. It will open command prompt. So it will open command prompt. In the command prompt, you need to run npm start. Why no? My thing is, are you sure want to? Okay. Successfully. So see here. Once you run this one, you can able to notice a so and so port. Okay. Can I change this port? Definitely we can able to change. So all these things we'll see how to change the port. See here. My ReactJS is application is running. My React application is running. So this is the ReactJS symbol. Okay. If you click here, it will navigate to the official ReactJS. So please don't follow any website. Sometimes they are giving the statements wrong. Okay, go to the official website. This is the official website, but official website are little tricky because US and those guys will be write the English. It may somewhat definitions may tricky. Okay, so you are local. So our ReactJS is the self-hosting. You no need to deploy so always it will come up with a URL. So are you clear? Anybody having any questions up to now? Narendra?
Chaitanya,
Hello,
like
Prashant?
this, Chaitanya,
Go
like
ahead,
this.
go ahead. No need to call it. Directly go your doubt.
Will you give the notes for all the session? Like you are typing.
Yes, definitely. Without typing
Okay.
means so what will happen? Just seeing the movie, nothing will become. But not that much of theory. Most practical we are going to see. But as I said, 2 to 3 days. Let me give the somewhat theory. You to be get into the topic clear.
Yes.
Okay. So 1 week. But So always 70% my target will be, I will show the practical. I will explain one definition. I will show the 2 to 3 different variations. Okay, in the real time. Okay, so every day I'm going to be dictate the notes. Please take the notes parallelly. Okay, so here already I covered 2 to 3 interview questions. I covered what is the architecture design pattern, what is the design principles of React.js. Okay, so what are the pre-requirements? Okay, these are the things we need to be know. So yes, my React.js application is ready, everything. Sir, so instead of so and so, I want to add my name. So if you want to change so and so, what you need to do?
In the .html.
Yes. So here I need to work. Here I need to work in the React.js. If I want to work in the React.js, are you clear, right? How to set up, how to run the application, how to create the application. Next, I will provide the daily recordings to give me everyone. Please give your emails. Okay, I will send to your emails. Okay, 1 2 sessions I will add like a public directly in the channel. So after Wednesday onwards, let we go into the private mode. I will send to the personal emails. Okay, so you can able to revision the summary. So here I need to write a code. For example, I want to write some command, some text. What I'm using Microsoft Word. So same like this. If I want to run, if I want to work with the code, I need an application or no, an IDE or no, a environment I required or no. So for this purpose, you need to install Visual Studio Code. Okay, so how to install the Visual Studio Code also, we are having a one series, I mean one video is there. So anybody, please be don't be kept doubts in your mind. So maybe 1 2 members may confuse you, don't be left the sessions. So ask me. So try to be interact me. I will explain. I will be helpful to get you to be in success. Click here. It will be download. Okay. So our target is who wants to switch before our session is going to be complete. So we need to be get that. So here I'm having the working members already. A few other sessions also completed na previous batch. They also continuously saying about we're having so and so requirements. Anybody is there? Let me so know, sir. I will refer in my company, because either they get the referral bonus, that is not a primary. They're interested to refer our students. One or 1 2 HRs will be there. They will accept the fake experience also, because we are going to be teach here from scratch to advanced level. Okay, simply accept, press next. Visual Studio will be open. Okay, so Visual Studio installation is completed. Let me open Visual Studio. Open Visual Studio. So can I use the Visual Studio only? Can I use any other thing? Better to use the Visual Studio Code. If you want to use any other thing also, you can do. Okay, so now go to the file, open folder. So from here, let me explain the next section. So as of now, team, what you need to do. So today's lab is everyone, please. So from here, we'll continue tomorrow. So what we have discussed, 3-tier architecture. What is a 3-tier architecture? Next, what are the web technologies? Okay. What is a React.js? Okay. Features of React.js. I just given 5 to 6 features now. Add these features. So don't add the 10 20 features. I mean, those are the just people will be give, don't be use just 6 users. Next, React.js setup. So how to set up the React.js? Okay, these are the things try to be complete. And from today onwards, let me give the labs also. Do one thing. First, set up the React.js in your environment, in your mission. So you are having any questions, any doubts, everybody having my number, right? Immediately call me or text me. Okay, so evening maybe after 8:30 or 9, I was having some free time. If you want me to connect personally, I can. Okay, so do the ReactJS setup, create a ReactJS application. Okay, so every day I'm going to be dictate the notes, I will give the questions, I will give the labs, and our target is 40% to take the definition of the things. Next 60% in the session, we need to see the practical. Okay, so as of now we have completed here, right? In the tomorrow session I will show how to write a code in the Visual Studio, how to work. Next, what is the folder structure? So, and next, how the application will be work. So as of now you don't know, right? How the React.js application will be work. What is the startup file, everything. So everything in detail will explain. Okay, so just believe me. Okay, just have a blind thought on blind stone on me. Okay, so don't be think something else. I don't know the JavaScript, I don't know HTML. So however I'm going to be drive the session, please be try to be follow. Okay, okay team, thanks for the day. That's it for today.